Hi everyone, and welcome to this live stream. I'm looking at delegation, and this is delegation for probably new managers, or you are there, you've been a manager for a while, and you're looking at delegation. When we talk about training our members or training the people that we work with, it is mostly through delegation. You will not train your teams unless you learn to delegate. So what I want us to look at is delegation for new managers or for people who have been in a managerial position and want to learn about delegation, about what it is you do, the how, the what, and that is what I'm going to look at. So, what will I take you through this afternoon? We will look at why should you delegate, how you delegate, what you delegate, and how do you have the delegation conversation. It is important that we know how to have this delegation conversation. So that's what I want us to look at. Basically, new managers, or you have been in that position for a while, and you've been training yourself. Remember when we started this series on this YouTube channel, we were talking about coaching ourselves for success. So we are not only coaching ourselves for our own personal success, but how we do our work, the kind of legacy that we want to leave. And I will start with why you should delegate. And basically, you are creating learning opportunities for the delegates, for the team members, for the people that you work with. You are creating learning opportunities. And with that, they become resilient because they are learning and they are working on challenging stuff. So that's the first reason why you should delegate, because you are creating learning opportunities. You are training members of your team. Then it relieves workload. I'm sure you have seen people who are in the office and work so many hours because they have unmanageable workload. So when you delegate, it makes sure that you release some of the workload. In turn, you will have good work-life balance because you have delegated to relieve part of the workload. Then it increases responsibility and a sense of ownership to the people you have delegated to. Remember, you are senior, they are junior, you have delegated a bit of your responsibility. So it gives them that confidence, that ownership, and it makes them feel you trust them enough to give them the work that you have given them. Then it empowers team members. This emotion can inspire them to perform even better and also encourages productivity. Now, my boss is giving me this kind of work. They trust me. So I'll be more energized. I'll be more productive. I'll be happy to come to work every day. You will have empowered team members. Then, how do you delegate? The first thing before you start the delegation is identify work to delegate. It's important that you plan. You just don't delegate. You must identify that which you want to delegate. Then practice and let go. Clarify priorities. Clarity is key. You must clarify exactly what your expectation is. And practicing to let go is important. A lot of us are holding on to every other little detail in our department. We don't want to let go. We are afraid. that if we delegate, our work will go. It doesn't. What kind of a legacy do we want to leave if we are not delegating at all, if we are not training our team members? Then understand each team member's strengths. That's how you delegate. You already understand the strengths of your team members, so you know who to delegate what. Provide context and guidance. It is unfortunate that some people will delegate but not provide guidance. Remember, you are training your juniors or the people that you work with. You are training them on the work that you do. So you must provide the guidance. Then invest in training. As a manager, you must train your team members. Organize simple trainings just to sensitize them on the work that you do and the work that you want to delegate. Then prioritize communication and feedback. There is nothing as good as giving feedback to your team members, and give feedback as and when something has occurred. Remember, we are not attacking the person. We are talking about the events. What happened? How did they do whatever they did? Give them feedback and give them in a timely manner so that you do not forget. Then focus on the results. Did you communicate your expectation? Did you tell them the results? Trust them then, but make sure you verify. Don't take the work that you delegated and send it to a third party before you have verified. So focus on the results, but trust them, but also verify. You shouldn't say that the work was done by so and so. If it's your team and they are your team members, remember, the buck stops with you. You must be accountable. So trust but verify. Then give credit once the work is completed. If somebody has done your job well, give credit, acknowledge them, say they did it and they did it well. Then what should we delegate? Any task that someone else can do and is not critical, that you do it yourself, that can be delegated. So whenever you are planning and you are picking to see what to delegate, any task that can be done by someone else and it's not critical that you do it, delegate. Is there someone else with the kind of information and expertise to complete that task? If your answer is yes, delegate. Does the task provide an opportunity to grow and develop another person? If the answer is yes, delegate. What kind of legacy are you creating? Do you want people to know you as the manager that developed so many people? That you are given credit for the people you helped grow and develop in their careers? Then delegate to them. Will the task recur? There are those tasks that have some frequency, and we are doing that over and over again. Who is the person who did it last week? Did they also do it the week before? Then why are you taking it and doing it yourself? Delegate to the person that does it frequently, because they will become better and better with each time that they redo it. Again, do you have enough time to delegate the job effectively so that you stay on top of things? I have seen situations where managers delegate on the go. You are delegating, but you are already at the door. That means you have not delegated effectively. The person did not even hear the instructions. So delegate when you have enough time so that you give somebody enough clarity on whatever needs to be done. Then as you decide on what to delegate, there are things that are important and urgent. Those ones you must do. I've seen situations where people delegate urgent things. So when they are delayed, now they have somebody to blame. You cannot blame anyone if you delegated late. So if something is important and urgent, do it yourself. Those things that are important but not urgent, delegate and give somebody enough time. Follow up, train them, give them clear instructions. But you can give them because it is scheduled. You have set goals, they are timely, and you can tell them, we expect this by a certain day. Then delegate tasks that are not important, but they are urgent. Those ones you could delegate if they are not very important. You don't have to do them yourself. Somebody else can do them. Then there are other things that we do in offices that are not important, they are not urgent. Why do you have them on your plate? Why are they taking your time? So before you delegate, go through all the items, the work that you have, and know which one you should do, which one you should schedule, which one you should delegate, which one you should delete. Then in the delegation conversation, there will be goal setting. And the goals are smart. So they are specific, they are measurable, they are attainable, they are relevant, and they are time bound. So when you give somebody the work you're giving them, there is timelines. They know how soon whatever results are expected. Then provide the necessary resources for work to be done. At times, we have delegated but didn't give context or the proper resources. For work to be done successfully, you need to provide the context and resources. Then check for understanding and agreement. Obviously, if you are delegating on the go, at the door, you are at the door and leaving the work there to be done, oh, you are in a hurry, you will not have checked for understanding and agreement. Always make sure there is that understanding and agreement. Then, because you have delegated in a timely way, you will monitor progress and also provide the feedback. Then you will evaluate results and celebrate success. Don't take someone else's credit. If there is any celebration to be done, it is with the person that has done the work. Remember, we are delegating tasks to develop people, to grow people, and to also make sure that they learn in the process and they become better. Don't we all want to have successful departments? We do. So when we delegate, let's make sure we evaluate the results and celebrate the success with the people that we are working with. Then there are ways that we can improve on these delegation skills by assessing ourselves. Where are we at? On a scale of 0 to 10, how do we delegate? Can we can we check how we delegate? Then we need to consider taking courses and participating in training so that we learn to be better delegators. Also learn from successful leaders, people who have left a legacy, people who have a number of people that they trained, those people that learned or were trained by these leaders must have been successfully delegated to. Consider adopting a delegative leadership style. That is a style that involves assessing your team's unique talents so that when assigning responsibilities, you are doing it accordingly. You are choosing the right person for the job and they are trained. You have assessed them, so you understand them. You understand their unique talent. You understand their uh, stronger points, what are their strengths, and you understand their weaknesses. There will be potential challenges in delegation, especially when you do not affirm the benefits of delegation. And people will be wondering, why am I being given work for a higher pay grade? I'm not at that level. Why am I being given this work? Then have you considered the employees' development needs? At times, this could be a potential challenge. Employees have developmental needs, and probably your work is in that line. So we need to consider that. Then do we understand the tasks to delegate? I've talked about planning, sitting down and planning before delegating. Then make sure employees have the necessary support and resources and permissions. At times, we'll give tech related work, and the people we give certain work to do not have the necessary permissions to some of those programs. So make sure you delegate in a timely way so that you check that you have given the person enough resources and the permissions. Then provide guidance. If there are other supervisors below you, provide guidance. Upskill employees where necessary so that they can do the work you have given them to your satisfaction. Then assess distribution of the work so that you are also not giving this one person a lot of work and leaving out other people that are idle. We need to do that assessment. And those assessments can be overcome by understanding which task to delegate, trusting those we supervise. We must trust the people we supervise with whatever responsibilities that we want to delegate. Then let's provide tools and resources needed for the job. Upskill, assess the distribution. If we need to recruit other people, we bring them in. Or if we need to bring people in other departments to assist, it's always good to look at the resources that are within, even before you go out there and recruit new people. In summary, to delegate effectively, we must think and plan first. Don't just delegate. You haven't looked at the thing and you are busy delegating, because there are people who want to delegate almost everything. So you must think and plan. Clarify the responsibility and results you intend to have. Select the right person. Communicate the level of authority and accountability. So when you give me this project, how much leeway do I have? What kind of authority do I have in this project that you have given me? In terms of accountability, will I be accountable? So that I know exactly how to organize myself. Then create a motivating environment. I'm sure you have heard this saying of people do not leave organizations, they leave bad managers. Do not be counted among those bad managers. Make sure the person is also accountable for the results by making sure that you have delegated everything that needed to be delegated. You have given them the resources that they require to do the job. And then make sure they are held accountable for the results. But when you hold them accountable for the results, you have worked extremely hard to make sure that they are properly trained. They understand the role extremely. They have enough resources to do the job. Thank you and see you in my next video.